Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to create a simple loot effect using a material. This effect will make your mesh rotate and float up and down, and you'll be able to turn each part on or off inside a material instance. You can also control the rotation speed and the floating height, so you can adjust the effect exactly the way you want. It's a very simple setup, and you can combine it with your other loot effects to create something cleaner and more customized. As always, the zip file for this project is available in the description. And just to be clear, this video is not about building a loot system or an inventory system. The goal here is only to create the material effect, so you can later plug it into your own loot system with no problem. Today we're going to work on this mesh. So the first thing we need to do is bring its pivot point to the center. To change the pivot point, go to the Modeling tab, then open the Edit Pivot section. Click on Center, and Unreal will automatically move the pivot to the middle of the mesh. After that, press Accept. Now open the master material for this mesh. We're not going to change anything else here. The only thing we'll be modifying is the world position offset. First, add an Add node to the world position offset. We'll plug everything into this at the end. Let's start with the up and down movement. Right-click and add a Sign Remapped node. Add a Multiply node to its first input. Connect a Time node to the first input of the multiply. For time control, right-click on Input B. Select Promote to Parameter. Name it Float Speed. This controls the speed of the up and down animation. Now hold S and left-click to create two more parameters. Name them Min and Max. Connect them to the Min and Max inputs. These define the height range of the movement. Now connect the output of the Sign node to an Append vector. Create a constant 2 vector by holding 2 and left-clicking. Leave its value at 0, connect it to the other input. This part is now done. You can create a reroute on the output so we can use it later easily. Alright, now let's move on to the rotation part. So first, add a Rotate About Axis node. Next, connect Rotate Vector to the first input. Good, now add an Object Orientation node. Connect it to the first input of Rotate Vector. Now hold 3 and left-click to create a constant 3 vector. Open its color settings, and set only the blue channel to 1. This defines the rotation axis for the effect. Next, for the second input of Rotate About Axis, add a Time node multiplied by a parameter. This parameter controls the rotation speed. Name it Rotation Speed. For the third input, connect Object Pivot Point. And for the last input, connect World Position. Now, you can also add a Reroute node to keep things organized. Now combine both effects using an Add node. Connect the result into World Position Offset. Test it to make sure everything works correctly. If you see any shadow issues, go to your mesh details and disable Cast Shadow. Now let's make both effects toggleable. Add a Switch Parameter node for each part. For the false input, hold 1 and left-click to create a constant. Leave its value at 0 and plug it in. Do the same for the second section. Now, if you open your material instance, you'll see all parameters available and adjustable. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thanks for watching.